Gigabyte sponsored part of our trip out here to CES 2024 to take a look at their Aorus notebook showcase. We got to have first hands-on look at their 16X, 17X, and G6X notebooks, which are all packing a ton of features that you should consider for your next notebook upgrade. We're going to talk primarily about the Aorus 16X because it's going to be their more mainstream offering of their high-end notebooks. Instead of it being 15 inches like it used to be, they are now upping it to be 16 inches, which is why it starts with the 16X. But with that, you're getting a 16:10 display with super narrow bezels. It has a 91% screen to body ratio, coming in with 3 millimeters of total bezels. And that 16:10 display comes in with a refresh rate of 165 Hertz, sRGB color space of 100%, 400 nits brightness, as well as G-Sync NVIDIA display technology, as well as being Pantone validated. And Aorus is able to achieve all of this thanks to the fact that it has a 9-layer stacking process for the panel, making sure that every single part of that panel is put together properly to give it all of the features that you have there. So all of that means that they fit that 16-inch, 16:10, 165 Hertz display into the body size of a 15-inch notebook. They are giving you more in the same form factor. It's a great accomplishment by the Aorus team. But to drive that display, it would mean nothing if you didn't have the hardware under the hood, and this thing absolutely does. It comes in with up to an RTX 4070 140-watt GPU, but one of the stars of the show was Intel's 14th gen mobile chips. You can get up to an Intel i9 14900HX. That's 24 cores, 32 threads, at up to 5.8 gigahertz on its boost clock, coming in with 36 megabytes of Intel's smart cache. We got a lot of hands-on time with these notebooks, whether that was playing Cyberpunk, which ran flawlessly in all of the time that we got to spend with it, or utilizing some of their AI tools. One of the cool demos that they had on Showcase was something utilizing the webcam on the Aorus 16X, and it would take the live feed and then convert that in real time to an AI generated image. One of the things that we noted was with the prompt that it had, it mentioned blue eyes, which it actually didn't give to you unless you got really close to the display, and then it gave you humongous blue eyes. It was a really neat feature seeing live demoed at the Aorus event with the artist who helped develop the software for this, saying that he's never seen it run so smoothly on a notebook before, thanks to the fact that it is powered by Intel's 14th gen mobile CPUs, but also because Gigabyte has prioritized some AI features going into these notebooks. Their version of AI is going to be called Gigabyte AI, which is supposed to provide a seamless AI experience for both gamers and creators. It's going to elevate power management, gaming performance, and generative AI. So with things like their AI boost, it's going to allow the notebook to dynamically share the power resources to whichever part of the notebook actually needs to utilize it in order for you to get the best performance out of it. And it's all able to keep cool thanks to the WindForce Infinity cooling technology. It's got dual power fans to efficiently draw in the cool air and expel internal heat to help optimize more powerful thermal conductivity, which one of the things we noted while we were standing next to that AI generation display was that the fans were running really hard. The CPU and the GPU were being taxed by this, and while the fans were ramped up, we could feel that the notebook itself stayed relatively cool, meaning that all of that air is effectively getting dissipated and not being transferred to the palms of the user who's actually going to be using this notebook. And then just to close out with a couple more good things, it has Wi-Fi 7, which is going to be great for any sort of connectivity that you need on the go, as well as having a 99 watt-hour battery, which is the largest battery size that you can fit into a notebook before you violate other restrictions when it comes to flying with them. The Aorus 16X really was the star of the show, fitting a 16-inch display in a 15-inch notebook body. They also additionally have the 17X, which is going to feature a lot of the same technology that we talked about with the 16X. And additionally, they showed off the G6X, which is going to be a more mainstream friendly option for anybody who wants to have all of this Gigabyte AI software enhancements. This also is the first notebook that I saw with the Windows Copilot key. It's the first one I got to see at CES 2024, so that was neat. Thanks Gigabyte for allowing me to see that. But it's going to have that Intel CPU combined with the dedicated graphics to make sure that you get all of the power out of it. So I'm excited for the Aorus 16X to launch, for us to get our hands on it, to bring you a review here on UFD Tech. Big thanks to Gigabyte for sponsoring part of our coverage here at CES 2024, and we'll be back with more videos soon, my friends.